Now let me show you what they're doing in Washington. These are just things that just broke over the weekend. Let me show you what they're doing, and you tell me, is this the choice you would make? In California and 8 other western states, the government can now actually place a GPS device on your car and track you, because according to a court, you have no reasonable expectation of privacy even in your own driveway. They, by the way, don't need a search warrant. The FBI and other police agencies will now no longer need a search warrant to track your location. They'll use your cell phone. Nobody's going to a judge. They just, where's Bob Jones? This happened after a federal appeals court in Philadelphia ruled. Once again, the Obama administration argued Americans have no reasonable expectation of privacy when it comes to where people place and receive cell phone calls. Now here's the latest from the New York Times. The government is now seeking a new federal law forcing internet, email, instant messaging, and other communication providers to offer encryption to build in backdoors for law enforcement surveillance. Okay, wait a minute. This also will not have to be used with a search warrant. They don't have to go to a judge. Now, if I may, I remember the left complaining about warrantless wiretaps on phones when we were talking about terrorists. I was with you on that. You don't tap the phones of American citizens without going to a judge and getting a warrant. You don't do it. Now here we have warrantless car tapping, warrantless cell phone tapping, warrantless internet tapping, and there's silence. Silence from the left, silence from the media, silence from the American people. Is John Kerry right? Is it because we don't have a simple slogan for it? Here's one of the most disturbing stories, because we're being stonewalled on it. Story in Forbes about an incredible security van. Not against this technology. I think, here's the van. I think this is incredible in a war zone. They're called X-ray vans. They can see through walls. They can see through your clothing. They were previously only bought by the Department of Defense for use in Afghanistan and Iraq. But now it seems the federal government has bought at least 500 of these vans, and they're being used here domestically. Why? For what purpose? Who's using them? They're using them now in your neighborhoods, possibly. That's what we're being told. Congress can't even get a response on this one. The Obama administration is being elusive, won't say exactly who's buying them and why we're driving these vans, apparently, down the streets in our neighborhoods. Now, again, if they're used in a war zone, if they're used for shipping containers at our ports, if they're used at our Mexican border, which I know they're probably not, or our Canadian border, I'm cool, let us know. But pardon me if I'm a little hesitant in giving government free rein to look into people's houses driving down the street without a search warrant. Gang, I mean, I hate to put on the hoop skirt and wig, but doesn't the Constitution figure into any of this? Is it really a good idea to give people who openly think that Americans are Homer Simpson and thus can be manipulated, who openly feel it's their duty to control them for the greater good? Should we give them this much power to monitor everything we do? Should people give power to people who think that SUVs and your thermostat and big screen TVs are what's destroying the planet? Should we give them the ability to control our thermostats through a smart grid and manipulate us in every choice we make and monitor everywhere we go?